Good evening, everyone. Today is January the 14th. In 1 month, it's going to be Valentine's Day.
Woo!
And I just read something very interesting.
What did you read there?
Okay, it is that, did you know off and other mosquito repellents don't repel?
Never heard of it.
Yep, there's some very useless knowledge, but they don't repel. What they do is that scent that it gives off, it blocks the neuropaths or it blocks the scent. It pretty much hides you. You become invisible to mosquitoes.
Oh, okay. Well, it works.
And it works. And it had me thinking about yesterday when we were talking about focusing inward, the inward man. And I was reading this book right here. I got this from Goodwill. Juggling Elephants. And it's interesting. It's a story, and it's a story about, kind of like a guy at the circus. And it's interesting how it kind of parallels to everyday life. And a couple of things that it really pointed out. It came with this little bookmark right here. And it said, the result of you trying to juggle elephants is that, including you, it's no use to no one. Nobody's thrilled with that kind of performance. The ringmaster cannot be in all three rings at once.
That's true.
Your circus is only as good as your next performance. But it had me thinking about the inward, focusing on inward. And since today is Tuesday, it's a top 10 Tuesday, so we were going to focus on focusing inward, and 10 reasons why we should. Okay?
Okay.
So let's get started. Focusing inward. Google says focus is the gateway to thinking. And that's perception, memory, learning, reasoning, problem solving, and decision making. All of that's coming from your ability to focus. So what I wanted to do is focus inward. Yesterday we was talking about inward, so focusing inward. Being focused on too many fronts spreads yourself thin. And when you're spread too thin, you're liable to break. The things start falling through the cracks. Everything starts to go wrong. It's because you're doing too much at the same time. And you're not designed that way, really. You ever heard of that where it's like, you had one job? I'm pretty sure the reason they messed up is because somebody was giving them something to do that was outside of their job that they were supposed to be doing. But it's Top 10 Tuesday. Let's get with the top things. Having our minds occupied with too many goals or tasks will be hard to maintain. So here's my top 10 reasons. And like I said, I got these from just really sitting down, and after I read that story about the circus and things like that, how focusing inward gives us strength. So too many goals as I said before, too many goals at one time makes it hard to have a win-win thinking mindset, because you're working on too many fronts. How can it be win-win for you and win-win for you and win-win for you and win-win for you? It's hard to think that way. You want to, and that's a good thing. But if everybody's win-win all at the same time, that's one person there and you're one person. That's one person there, but you're working off of 2 people. And that's one person there that's winning, but you're off of 3 people now. And that's one person there. Now you're working off of 4 people and you're trying to do this. Multitask. And I'm pretty sure you're not winning when you're trying to be a win-winner, and you can't. Number 2, overseeing too many projects at once will result in you overlooking important details. Trying to oversee too much, trying to micromanage all these things on all these fronts will have things falling through the cracks because you can't. You'll be overlooking things, trying to keep abreast of everything that's happening. And as soon as you turn your head, something's going on in the background. So when you have focused on one thing, it has your full attention, you can really make headway. Brain breaks. My number 3, brain breaks are necessary to recharge your creative battery. You need brain breaks or just creative getaways. You need a vacation. I need a vacation. But getting away from all the hustle and bustle, I think that's why we have so many holidays in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And kids are never in school.
Especially not at the Statesboro Stadium.
Number 4, your goal will only be as good as the actions you take to execute them. So whatever you're going to focus on, whatever you're doing, you got to make it count. Because if you're just doing something to be doing something, it's not going to be quality. And that's what you're looking for. You want to maximize your time. The Bible says redeem the time. So what you want to do is to make things count. If you're going to do something, make it count. And that takes focus. How you focus on your goals will directly affect how they'll influence others. So if you focus inward to be effective outwardly, the more you focus inward, the more whatever you focus on gets stronger. So if you're just doing something to do something for somebody, that is your reward, if that makes sense. If you're focusing inward to really help somebody, you focus your concentration, your strength, you build strength, and you build clarity on how to do things for that person, and then you're more effective. Being focused allows you to tune inward, to tap into your unlimited potential. I was talking how God speaks to the inside of us, to our hearts and to our minds. When we focus inward, we're able to tap into that. We're able to plug in and get that communication going. Focusing inward builds self-control when you're focusing on self. When you're focusing on self and you're trying to really accomplish something, it's hard for you to go off on the deep end going, any which way when you're trying to accomplish your goal. So when you're focusing on self, usually that requires discipline, and you build discipline. Focusing on inward cuts down on stress.
Mm-hmm.
Stress, my definition of stress is the conflict between your mind and your spirit, the flesh and the spirit. The things that you want to do and the things that you're supposed to be doing, those conflicts build stress up and anxiety. If I want to cook and I gotta clean, I can't cook and clean at the same time, so one of them has to take precedence. And if I want to do this one and I have to do this, and I'm doing the first things first, I'm going to feel anxiety, I'm going to have stress because I want to do this. So focusing inward helps you clear your mind and get the task done so you can do whatever you're supposed to be doing. The last thing, focusing inward builds insight to what you need. So we can't do it alone. A lot of things, our vision is huge and we want to reach everybody. And we want to include everybody. When you're focusing inward, you start to build and you start to see the things that you lack in. And those things, it builds you, it gives you the courage to to ask for help. To really look outside of yourself for those players who would really be that puzzle piece that fits into what you need. When you focus on the self, you see where you lack and you say, I need help in this area, and you can pray for it and get that help because you know what you need instead of just saying, I need something, I don't know what it is. That's what focusing on the inward, on the inner man does. So, that being said, whatever you focus on builds strength. If you want to lose weight, you focus on the inside, on your inward, and then you build strength on willpower to say no to certain things. And the more you are able to build strength and discipline, the faster you'll achieve your goals. Anything else you want to add to that? Anything to that list?
No, those were 10 great ones.
All right, so let's get focused.